Hey, quick disclaimer here. Uh, Everything about my content can and will get better with time. I'm just now learning how to do this, so please subscribe. I mean, it's my first time having a YouTube channel. It'd be a whole lot of help, and I appreciate it. On to the video. If you've ever wanted to employ fart-propelled boars to evaporate your neighbors, then you have one burning question in your heart. What is Castle Storm? And I'm glad you asked, but first, my intro. Our very first video of this series is going to be one of my personal favorites. It's Castle Storm. So, what indeed is Castle Storm? According to the Steam page, it is a super genre mashup of 2D physics destruction mashed with tower defense brawler. Ain't that a mouthful? The long and short of it is it's a game where you use your ballista to destroy the enemy's castle while defending your own castle and flag, whether that be by shooting projectiles out of the air or shooting enemy troops down. Now, every game needs to end, right? So there are two main win cons. 1. Destroy every room in the enemy castle. 2. Steal their flag and carry it back to their gate. But wait, this leaves us with another question. If you play as a ballista, how do you carry the enemy flag? Well, you don't, because you know you're a ballista. You can't walk, so instead you summon troops of your own to fight the enemy troops, and to commit daring acts of great crime under enemy ballista fire. Yes, the enemy has one too. And they've got the same ammo as you do, so unless you're playing Mama Bird, don't expect your poor little minions to make it home to you. This is why I prefer to renovate their castle out of existence. Speaking of castles, this is a buttery smooth transition to part 2. And yes, I'm leaving that stutter in. Disclaimer, the room types here, self-invented, but it makes it easier to kind of keep track of what's going on, so we're rolling with it. Alrighty then, castles. What makes up a castle? Good question. We've got 3 types of rooms. Type 1 are rooms that give you bonuses, think like extra gold. Type 2 are rooms that allow you to summon troops. And Type 3 are rooms that exist for both structural integrity and drip. All rooms look different depending on which faction you're playing as, but the bonuses remain much the same. Type 2 rooms, however, vary in the units they spawn, so you could say they are the most different depending on who you play. Now, earlier when I said, and I quote, one of the 2 main win cons is to destroy the enemy castle, I wasn't being fully honest. More specifically, you have to destroy all Type 1 and 2 rooms, or as I call them, all of the important rooms. The consequences of losing a room, beyond becoming closer to defeat, depend on which room you lost. For example, Type 1 rooms, some of them no longer give you the bonuses that they gave when they're destroyed, whereas some do. However, all Type 2 rooms no longer allow you to spawn troops of that type when destroyed. But to have your castle broken, it must first be built. This part is short and sweet. Building your castle is free, and you do it between missions. You have a room cap of 50. This brings us to part 3. Part 3. Money. If you don't spend it on building your castle, what do you spend it on? Upgrades. You can make your troops, spells, and projectiles stronger by raising their level, and they max out at level 10. On projectiles, it increases the damage and sometimes the cooldown. On troops, it increases the stats all around, including things like healing for the priests or buff to allies for the fat horn guy. On rooms, it increases their bonuses. On hero spells, it works much the same as troops. This reminds me, I forgot to mention, you are not locked into playing as a ballista. You can play as a hero of your army for a limited time, unless in multiplayer, you are constantly the hero and your friend is constantly the ballista. They can and probably will kill you with friendly fire, but it's okay. This experience will help you value your troops all the more. After all, you friendly fire them all the time, don't you? Part 4! Incoherent bonus section. What can you expect from the game? Well, it plays like a more engaging Battle Cats. Let me explain. In both games, you summon troops with meat. The big difference, though, is that in Castle Storm, troops have almost no cooldown, unless I misremember the way Battle Cats work. In both games, you kind of resource manage meat, but in Castle Storm, you have to do that while also tracking cooldowns on projectiles and spells, and paying attention to enemy troop and projectile threats. I think that's the best way I can sum up what you do while you play. There's 3 more mechanics I want to go over before I think I'm done with this video. What to expect when playing as a hero, and the killing spree mechanic. I'll start with the second point first and work backwards because I'm just like that. If you kill enough enemy troops in quick succession, on the ballista you will enter an ultra rapid fire mode, where your projectiles have almost no cooldown. This is really good if you like demolishing the enemy castle. If you're playing as a hero, you'll just get the standard gold per kill above the 3rd kill. You get 10 gold per kill past the 3rd kill. You get that on projectiles too, but usually when you get the killing spree on projectile or on the ballista, you kind of just want to destroy the castle. Now, what should you expect when playing as a hero? You are strong, but you are not. Normal troops can and will kill you. Trolls and stone golems might even one-shot you. Against enemies, you cannot stun lock with normal attacks, like elites. You enter a rhythm game-esque flow where you swing once and block once. You get greedy, you'll get hit. There is no dodge button. There is, however, a jump button that you can use if you want to dodge a projectile, or if you like dying. The reason I say that is because if you're not wise with how you use it, you can land and end up in like a landing frame where you can't really move, and then you'll get smacked and then you'll die. Now, you can assist your troops in busting down the enemy gate, but be careful, the enemy ballista will target you first, and as I've said, you are not. You can block enemy projectiles with your shield, but you've actually got to point it upwards. Or you can pull out a hero-unique projectile and shoot their arrows out of the air. You can shoot any projectile in the game out of the air, with mixed results, because some are heavier and therefore harder to stop. What you cannot do is carry the flag, as I guess the devs thought that would be too easy. Yes, I'm leaving that stutter in, this is like my 30th attempt. Now, for our third and last category, headshots and kill streaks. Going on a killing streak, I already explained because I'm disorganized. Headshots will not instantly kill an enemy, they'll do way more damage, and they will give you bonus gold. So, now that we've walked through the game while talking about most of its mechanics, I think I can summarize it better, and also I'm leaving that stutter in too. Why? Because I've done way too many attempts on this. It's my own script. I mean, seriously, for a second, can we just talk about this? I wrote this script. Why in the world is it taking me so many attempts to do this? I wrote the script! Anyway, summarizing Castle Storm. Castle Storm is a castle defense, castle demolisher, troop manager, hero fighter chill game. With some pretty peak soundtracks and troop voice lines. The game is fun, and the dialogues you get between missions are funny. Now that I think about it, even the projectiles are funny. A sheep propelled by rainbow farts. A boar propelled by normal farts. A potion that turns people into turkeys. The game has it all. And it's a game near and dear to my heart. To any of you who've got $9.99 to spare, I'd recommend giving it a try. Till next time, peace out, keep drilling. Do things you like even if they're hard. This video took way too many attempts, but I still did it. Because I like this, I want to do this, this is cool. This is, yeah, I might cut this out of the video, who knows, maybe I'll leave it in. I'm still taking outro ideas if you got any. Like I said, keep drilling, see you next time.